name's Rebekah and my family and I live in Moshi, Tanzania. Back in 2013, I was pressing in for a word from the Lord, and He spoke very clearly to me that He wanted this life to be about thriving and not surviving. I don't need to settle for not doing well spiritually or emotionally or physically, but as a whole person, He wants me to thrive. Since childhood, I had been dealing with a slow gut. I started dealing with anxiety as a young girl, probably around 10 or 11. Anxiety was making things in my gut worse. So it all kind of had this trickle-down effect. But I was struggling with depression off and on, and I would pray and sometimes even get counseling, and it wouldn't necessarily fix the problem. I would still have these seasons of just feeling really sad, and I didn't understand why. Moving to Africa, everything I was dealing with kind of went up a notch. My gut issues had gotten to the point where I had burning in my stomach every day. So it didn't matter if I ate food or just had a glass of water. I would bloat up, have burning. I would try different natural remedies and find short-term relief, and then things would come back. In 2013, when the Lord gave me that word, I was really crying out for breakthrough in my health, and I wanted to be happy. I wanted to live life full here and not just feel like every day was a struggle. The breaking point for me was after I had my third baby. All of my pre-existing gut issues got way worse, and I developed insomnia. Anxiety was over the top, shaking, crying, and I couldn't pinpoint what the problem was. It was just I felt out of control. When we were still in America, we really prayed, not knowing if we were going to make it back here. But we felt very strongly that the Lord was with us and He had a plan. And so we did come back. A friend of mine online was posting about Plexus. Initially, when she started posting about the business, I was the typical, I don't really want to get involved in anything like that, but I was curious. And then she started posting testimonies from people that were having gut issues, and I started to find myself in those testimonies. At that point, I was hopeless and found out that Plexus really helps to target the root issues in the gut, which is a yeast overgrowth, and that really perked my interest. And so I just jumped in and started taking the full regimen. I was taking something called Plexus Slim, Probio 5, and BioCleanse, and I started taking all of them. Within 2 weeks, I noticed I was sleeping again. Up to that point, almost nightly, I was taking a Tylenol PM to fall asleep, because otherwise I'd lay there until 5 a.m., fall asleep for 2 hours, and get up for the day. Anxiety started lessening. I would go through my day and feel, hey, I don't feel like everything's crashing in on me. Sometimes stuff in life happens where it's like, it's not this chronic, everyday, I don't have control over it thing. I no longer struggle with depression. I don't have those weeks of waves of sadness. That's not there anymore. I lay down, I go to sleep, and then I wake up ready for my day. It was a really big deal to just go to the bathroom and be done with it. The burning in my stomach is gone. And I would say for the bloating, I'm about 80% less bloated than I was. Because Plexus is a natural supplement, it's not a quick fix. This is going in and helping to heal those root issues in our bodies. I'm a lot further than I was a year ago, and I know that as I continue, it's just going to get better and better, so I'm really excited.